Hello everyone, how are we doing? I'm just waiting for the game to load in there. There we go. How is everyone doing? Happy Wednesday. We have got some fun to be had tonight. This is great, I've got to say. I've been having a little play around in the background. Big thanks to Sask Modding and BCBuhler for letting me stream ahead of time. I did drop them a quick note and ask if they were okay with that. Always nice to do that. So and they were more than delighted. So that's great. So I've of course, first thing I did was kind of tweak the farm to make it work for me. But we're going to have a little bit of a play. So there's a few things we're going to have a play. We're going to swath. I've got all 3 of the new crops. So here's my fields that I own. 2, 3, 10, and 16 down there. But actually it's these 3 here. 2, 3, and 10 are the ones that I've got. So we have got a huge field of flax here. We've got lentils in here, and we've got peas across the road. So we're going to have a play with all 3 of them. I'm going to combine some. We're going to swath some. We're going to try and bale some flax straw as well, which could be quite good fun. So we'll give that a go as well, and we'll take things from there. So nice to see so many of you in. This is going to be, to Joe's point, I wouldn't be surprised if this is the craziest download of a modded map for console yet. It's really, really good. Really, really good. So let's come. We'll go and quickly have a look at the textures of the new crops, because I mean they've done a great job. They have. I mean, I if you've not seen my map tour yet, I talk about. I did the first review of the first version of this way back when in April time, I think. But there's your flax, nicely done, and we'll talk about what it does with the swaths when it puts them on the ground. Is that shed all platforms? That shed? Which one, Joe? This one? Or this one? It kind of doesn't matter, because both of them come with a map. See? What a treat. There is our lentils. So again, really nicely done on the crop textures. And over the road here are our very ripe peas. But there are our peas. Looking good. So, agreed, baby Jesus. I think it's going to be a real winner. And it's, from what I can tell, and I've only played it a little bit, really, really nicely finished. Corsair in Canada, so just ignore the slightly wrong colour on that versatile. That's in the process of being flipped over from 19. But we've got BCBuhler's versatiles here. We've got the versatile combine too, with the new header. We've got the McDonald swath pickup, so we're going to have a play with that. Well, it won't come with the map, but interestingly, when you start the map up and you've forgotten to switch this mod on, it said it requires this mod to play, so you have to have that as well. So there's a few mods I think that are coming out at the same time. I think that's maybe what's possibly not slowing it down through the testing system, but they're going backwards and forwards in testing at the moment, and I think there's a few things like that. And this is the nice landol as well, which not only cultivates but mulches at the same time, which I think is a really, really nice touch for BCBuhler to be thinking about how he does that. I think it's probably the first tool in game that does that 2-in-1. So there we go. Kevin's got his first computer on Saturday. How's it going? Nice. Very, very good. What's my favourite tractor brand? I am tractor brand agnostic, although I do lean maybe a little bit towards John Deere sometimes. But we'll get in here. Look, we've got a baler as well, because you can, in fact, bale flax as well. Handful of errors, but small stuff, right, John? It's nothing. There's nothing game breaking in there. Just I think they're obviously a lot tighter on things for console than they are for PC, and I'm guessing the desire is to release the two together. They don't want to release it on PC first and then come back for console. So let's fire things up. That's the dog coming in. Again, this is a BCBuhler mod. We've had this for a while, but up until recently it's just been a mower, because the functionality wasn't on any of the maps, but now it is. I'm going to zoom out a bit, that was quite noisy. And we'll get stuck in. Can they release it with errors? Not really, Joe. No, I mean there will sometimes, and when you give it to a huge group of people, they'll find stuff or they may find stuff that they've maybe not spotted before when it's on a small test group. But the intention is to release it without any bugs really. Hey Faber, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. Ryan, did you really ask that question? What does DJ say every day in his videos? When it's ready. That's when it'll be coming out. Yay! 6 months, Faber. That's not the first time either. Right, so we'll run along here. So let me just stop here and jump out. So we see our flax crop over here. You can see the crop in it, and again, when it's on the floor here, you can see the crop in the swath. So that's quite a nice touch, because we'll show you afterwards. Again, if you've seen my map vid, you will know what I'm talking about. But we'll show you again after we've run it through the harvester. Accidental Rob is in the house. Holy cranky, that's insane, man. The channel's only been going for 2 years. Well, a little bit longer now. Cranky, you must have been on board when I was under 1,000 subs then. You're guessing it's going to be a while off for the map to... I don't think so, Joe, no. I think it could be in the next week or so. I think they're getting close, I do. I genuinely do think they're getting very close. So yeah, big fields. There's a mixture though on this map. It's nice to have some big fields and some small fields. Are there or will there be any pull type pickups available? It depends if any modders want to make them. Hodge, I don't know. Certainly the only pickup header at the moment that I'm aware of is the one that BCBuhler's making to go with this map, so. Flint Hills, was it? Wow. FSG and FarmerCop streaming at the same time. I'm not going to let you I'm not going to sway your judgment in any way, shape or form, Joran. You are your own person, and you can make your own bad decisions. Hey Ozzy, how you doing, man? 9 months as well. Everybody's like flexing. I said that on my map tour actually, that it's one of those clever standard size maps that manages to feel a lot bigger than it is, and it's impressive when they can do that, because it's not that easy to do. What do you think about all the water inlets and these channels and ditches and things like that? I would personally, and obviously, so up to anybody to play the game however they want. I would be sad if somebody filled all those in and turned these into all big square fields. For me, that's not the point of this map. That's there's other better maps if you want big square fields. But it's like I said, you know, if people want to do that, that's okay too. Will I be doing cows on here? Not tonight, probably not, Joe, but who knows what I do going forward. I don't know. I think every YouTuber under the sun's probably going to do a series on this map, so I don't know. I don't know yet. We shall see. Time to watch how a stream is done. Oh, really? You're going to watch FarmerCop? Because this is the place of many mistakes. Can't even speak properly, I've got a cold still. Jeremy Freeman, you're a legend. Thank you, buddy. Nice to see you. How's things? Are you running it, Paul? Are you running it with a manual box? That might be one to drop a note to the guys. In fact, Junt is in here at the moment. He might have a view. I saw that. I saw Kadek had started a series on it. It's not the truck. It's not you, it's me. I knew Kadek would jump on this. He loves a bit of the whole swathing thing. I think he was quite excited by that. We'll do these headlands. Hey Scott, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you. So yeah, no, it's a very, very nice map. We'll have a little bit of a drive around as well. We'll jump in a truck and we can go and have a look. You know, if any of you saw anything in any of the tours that people have done and you're like, oh, can we go and have a look at that? We'll go and have a look at that in a little bit as well. I'm kind of thinking if we can get this Flax off into a truck, we can maybe go and dump it into the train and go and check out the custom train and things like that, because that's quite nice. So we'll do that. I definitely think this will go up as a cross-play server, maybe. I'll probably set up a cross-play server, and gives me a brilliant segue into telling you about G-Portal and the lovely guys over there. If you are interested in getting a server to put Edgewater Sask on, go check out the guys at G-Portal. You can get 10% discount with my link, which is in the description, and randomly pops up on here as well every now and again as well. So now would be an ideal time. Flax on, flax off. Very good. Accidental Rob. Excellent 80s reference there. Fast Farmer 814. Do I have any advice on how to grow a channel on FS22? Yeah, well, I can only tell you my experience, and the one that I've had from chatting to other guys that have done the same is go for it first and foremost. Don't overthink it. Don't do loads of vids and then not upload them because you think they're rubbish, and don't overplan. Just key things to start out with. Nail your mic so that you can be heard properly. You're not too quiet, or your volume of your game is not too loud and things like that. I think that's really, really important. I would say real-time play and voiceover gets a lot more engagement than time-lapse stuff. You can put a bit of time-lapse in if you want to speed certain jobs up, if you're doing those in a vid. But definitely I think engagement is better if you're speaking than not. Have fun. Pick maps that you want to play. Do stuff that you want to do. Don't try and second guess what you think other people might want to see. I think it becomes more natural if you do it yourself. And try and avoid copying other people too much, because I think you end up kind of diluting your content. Do something that you want to do and enjoy doing, and take it from there. So that would be my start. Oh, and nail your thumbnails as well. Make sure your thumbnails are good, and your if you're encoding and outputting your vids, that they're not pixelated and things like that. So there you go. Apart from that, no, I don't have any. It's kind of, I like talking about it. And ultimately, it's just stick at it. It's a slow burn. You're not going to get. Very few people get hundreds of thousands of subscribers overnight. Very few people get hundreds of subscribers quickly. I always use Kadirk as a good example. His channel went for nearly 5 years before it took off. So you've got to be prepped for the long burn. Which is why you've got to do it, because you love doing it and it's fun. If you, I don't think there's a single YouTuber in the world who set out to do it to make money. Hey, Mr. Maslin, how you doing? Yeah, you do get nervous, and it was funny. I was speaking the other day. So my daughter is keen to start a YouTube channel because she plays a horse game that she loves, and she's watching the other people who play this game online, and she's like, they're kind of not very good at it, and they keep making mistakes and not doing things right. And I'm like, well, hello, do your own channel then. And she's like, oh, I'd just be embarrassed to listen to myself talking and things like that. And I said, that goes away quite quickly. That goes away quite quickly. If you're good at doing potatoes, you could do potatoes. Oh, thanks, Jared. Hey, Scooter, how's it going, man? Nice to see you. Mr. Haythorne Waite, how are you doing, mate? Nice to see so many of you in here tonight. I think the map's maybe a bit of a draw tonight. I think there's quite a few people looking forward to this map, so... The performance, I must say as well. Actually, I talked in the tour about the performance. Well, I didn't talk about the performance. I talked about the detail and the brilliant landscaping and things like that. But actually, the performance is off the charts. Off the charts. It just sits solid 60, which is amazing when there's that much detail in, and even the redraw distance and things like that. I mean, looking at the trees right over there in the distance, you know, they're not loading in and things like that. So. FarmSim, I tried that one, baby Jesus. She didn't bite. All she does on FarmSim is ride horses. If it's got a horse on it, she's interested. Other than that, not. Yo, Sim guy, where can I get a poster map of the new Silver Run? A poster map? You want a something to hang on your wall? Son of Rag. Everybody's coming in with their anniversaries tonight. I'm touched. Now the only challenge with this is, like, this is one field, or it's counted as one field, but and I could cut across the middle there. There's two entrances to it. But I'm trying to work out, I've got two longest edges now. I could run up and down there, or I could run along the bottom and back. But either way, because of the shape of the field, it's going to throw things out a bit. But could be quite good fun. Good evening, Ken. Nice to see you. I have no idea, Slug Juice. I don't even know if they did posters of. I didn't even know they did posters of Silver Run. Scuba Steve, you played the old version? Yeah, I played it a little bit. But the difference is night and day. Oh, you got 3 poster maps with the collector's edition, right? Okay, I don't think there was a collector's edition for Silver Run, so unfortunately, I don't think there is Silver Run posters. I may be proved wrong on that, but I don't think I've seen one. Mark, still trying to work out why you need to do what you were doing. You need to run the harvester over it, gather the crops, so you need to do 2 passes. Yeah, so Mark, I believe, and it's not, you're right, it's not a common practice in the UK at all. But I believe when you've got small windows of opportunity or kind of inclement weather type places, and again, hopefully the Canadians and the guys that do this, but apparently it stops the crop growing uniformly. So you could have a field where half of it's green and half of it's ready. So if you cut everything first, you can dry it. It dries a lot quicker if it's been cut because the plant dies. So it will ripen a bit quicker. Does that make sense? So when you've got short windows to get crops off because maybe it's winter or something like that, and you've maybe only got a few days window or a few weeks window, you've got a bit more control over it. There you go, John. Thank you. I learned loads today. Lackey Fishing, I want to know how to become a member of you, even though I'm subscribed. So, Lackey, if you are on, I think it's if you're on a cell phone, on an iPhone or whatever, the join button doesn't come up. You need to be either on a tablet or a PC browser for the. Oh, look, I missed a massive bit. I missed there. How did I do that? And the weeds die too. There you go. It's a good enough reason. But I think what we'll do is for the peas and the lentils, we won't swath those. We'll just combine those normally and give those a go, just to see. I'm interested to see what the textures look like in the tanks and almost what the return as well, because they're expensive. Flax, you look at the price per 1,000 litres of flax, it's huge. Where are they? They're a little bit further down here. Somewhere, there we go. Flax. Oh, it's not. I had it on easy mode last time. It's something. Oh no, it's lentils. It's crazy priced. Some good. I mean, look at that. 1,500 per 1,000 litres. So, but it obviously all depends on whether or not your yield is high, right? Tim Maslin with the 5 gifted memberships. What a man. Thank you, buddy. That's very generous of you. Very generous of you. What a bloke. I've heard of spraying it before, yeah. Gaming ball bag. There is no doubt in my mind that you are Scottish. There is no other country in the world that would have that second name. Ha! That's a dead giveaway. Dead giveaway. There we go. They're racking in now, and then tractor noise drives everybody nuts. Hendrik. There you go, Hendrik. Is that right? Weather and the crop, right? Yeah, and I guess you wouldn't maybe always do it, right? Maybe some years, if there's inclement weather or there's a reason for it, you would swath it, but maybe other years you would just combine it normal if you've got a window. So, yeah, Mr. Simulation, nice to see you. Joe, you've asked that about 20 times now. It'll be ready when it's ready. It's going through testing. It could be. It also very possibly might not be. Well, there you go. John says no, and he's working closely with the guys. So, what do we think about honeybee headers? I think they're great. Still my favourite header in the game. And I even like the trailer, even though I know a lot of people even though they don't. I've never struggled to get it to hitch up. He says famous last words. I'll probably try and do it tonight. And will this come to console, Mr. Simulation? Yes, it will. Ah, who's the joke on now? Very rarely forget to say that. Yeah, long 12-day. Although it has been through PC testing twice this week. It was in today and it was in on... What day is it today? Wednesday. It was in on Monday as well, so... Lockwood planter looks great. The custom modding are doing as well. That might be bringing me out of potato retirement ahead of ever hitting 100,000 subs when I have committed to doing a whole field of potatoes on Field 9 on Flint Hills. Or other appropriate map, if Flint Hills isn't out by then. But that Lockwood planter, yeah, looks very appealing. I do like that a lot. Michael Trinity, your first live of the year. Welcome, sir. How are you? Nice to see you again. Single machine driving first person. The field on no, Mark. Stop it. It is, Mr. Simulation. We're about to do that when we get to... We'll clear this side of the field and we're going to give it a go. See how we get on. Thread the needle between these two bits. Oh, it's getting a bit bitty here. I have not... Well, tell a lie, John. I did just before Christmas. On a completely separate matter. So I had a quick chat with them, and then they said they were still working on Flint Hills, but didn't give me any specifics on anything beyond we're still working on it. Right, I might run the other way up here, just for a bit of fun. Totally confuse things. Slug Juice, you're from a town called Flint in North Wales, funnily enough, and it's hilly. I know Flint. I'm from Chester originally, so not too far down the road from me. Why not pick it up with a loading wagon like you would do with grass? Because you would lose the crop then. Got to separate. We've still got to separate the stalks from the crop. The whole plant is on the floor at the moment, and we've got to bring it through the thing. Which was what we'll do next. Won't take long to get this done. Oh, that's another good reason actually. Yeah, nice, Hendrik. There's the horsey one I was talking about. You see her? Just be mortified she knows on camera. I shall be mortified she knows she's on camera. Creeping along the floor, trying not to get filmed. MLA! Andrew, how you doing, mate? Saskatchewan is looking a bit whiter than that. So, that's one of the things... So, one of the things that South Sask Modding said to me is don't use relight on this map because it plays with the custom weather and it doesn't snow as hard or as heavy if you've got relight installed. And I think one of the extended straw mods as well breaks the whole new crops issue. So a couple of pre-warners there. Because apparently the snow on here is rather nuts in the winter, which I'm quite looking forward to. Wouldn't mind a few snow clearing contracts or something, could be quite good fun. Hey Saran, you okay? Oh, Cranky, you coming down with this bug as well? I think the whole country's got it. Oh, Nick, I've not heard that before. I don't even know what a PM SA35 error is. Usually it's a 502 or a 404 or a 303 or one of those. Artemis Prime now. South Sask and BCBuhler said they may try and get them. Timing's a little bit off for them with work and stuff, but they might drop in at some point and say hello. Does this map have the multi-angle terrain? Good question. I don't know. That's one to test. We're going to test the land all in a little while, so we'll test. We're actually going to We'll be able to run that over this field, I think, after we've cleared it. We may not clear the whole thing in time during the stream, but we'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. Hey, glove box. You've got it as well, yeah. I was going to say, the whole country, the whole world seems to have it. I'd be surprised if it doesn't have multi... The amount of detail I've got into it, I would be surprised if they've not... I just didn't know if there's... if that transitioned over to console or not. Yeah, Scott said, didn't he was feeling a bit peaky last night. I finally got antibiotics this week. It just wasn't shifting. That chest thing was getting really bad. Tin, that I cannot answer that question. I can't go into that many specifics. I don't drive Massies. I think I grew up on a farm where we had so many issues with Massies that they became a bit of a swear word. And Case make combines, they don't make tractors. Driz is on the Adricht A9, which means horrible weather for those non-Scots. And he's just cleared the lurgy, which is the flu. Glengar, how's it going, buddy? I need to get in touch with you, actually, mate. I've got a couple of little things I've noticed on Bally Spring. You probably know about them already, but I'll drop you a quick note. I've got a couple of video clips of things that you might be interested in tweaking. Yeah, this is what happens when you let people not mix for 2 years. Everyone comes back with no immune system. Yeah, will do, mate. Right, a couple more passes here and we'll go and grab the combine. Is it at all faster? No, because you're having to do it twice. So it's not faster, so it's a conscious decision, but you can just combine this as well. It will take normal headers, so it's just a choice. It's a nice alternative gameplay scenario, really. I think though the benefit is, correct me if I'm wrong, John, you're gonna have to stand in as a South Sask and BCBuhler feedback loop. The reward is a 20% uplift in yield, is that right? Did I just say lurgy? I did say lurgy, yeah. Yes, Aussie, 20% more, I believe, is the reward for the extra effort. Michael Trinity, watch, I will show you in about 30 seconds. Just clear this last little bit. So, yeah, it's a standard combine, but I expect they're trying to tie it together, because it makes sense to. They will release this map at the same time they release the pickup header. Hey Meatball, how are you, man? Nice to see you. In a while. Right, Swathing done. Oregon, how you doing, buddy? I missed it. Did I? Let's call it deer flax. If that's just a random, same as deer corn, but flax. I don't even know what flax is used for. Anybody got any info on what flax is or does? It's like alfalfa. I was like, oh, alfalfa, what is that? And a year, like, and then my dad's like, that's what Americans call lucerne. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Sorry, Tim. Baking. Ah, right. Right. So, here's the pickup header. You can have it in any... In fact, I'll show you so you can see it. It is in normal headers. And while I'm here, actually, for those of you who haven't seen my map tour, look, if I click on any one of these headers in here, you can see flax, peas, and lentils. So any normal header will work with these as well. If I scroll right along to the end here, there's the pickup header. And you've got it in every colour under the sun here. Class, Massey, McDon, John Deere for every kind of combine. New Hollands, cases. So, but we've got it hooked up to the front of the rather nice versatile combine. Heavy CRC, thank you for the super chat, my friend. You farm in Saskatchewan. I'm very excited for the map update. Checking in quick as I'm loading semi-trucks with wheat right now. We'll watch later. Good work, man. Thank you for the note. You're going to love it, man. Generally. It's a versatile crop. I see what you did there. Ooh. I mean, what the flax is it? That's all I want to know. Right. Take care, Tim. Fight the good fight, man. Right, unfold the combine first. Let's remember to do that. Yeah, we'll catch up soon, mate. Thanks for dropping in. Oh, unfolding still. It's a slow unfold on. So there you go. Some lovely animations on this as well. Pickup belt, so that runs along the floor and picks things up. So. Moment of truth. It's not got a big hopper on this, so let's see how quickly we fill it up. Might determine how long we drive for. And we'll get out into the sunlight because I want to show you when we get out into the sunlight. Even the smoke is the steam or the dust or the whatever you want to call it out the back is coloured appropriately, which I think is nice. But you can see it loading in there. And maybe it's not particularly high yielding. Floor and ground. We're not going back there again. It's a flawed argument. Food supplements. Ah, okay, now that makes sense actually. I have heard about it in food supplements. But, right, we'll get to here, right? Let me just jump out for a sec. So, there's our crop with the... You can see the flax seeds in there, see them? And this, I think they've done a really good job, the time that's gone into this. But then you go behind here, look. It's a lot darker. And there's no seeds left. And they could have done, if they wanted to, just left it the same and you spat it through the combine. But no. They've gone to the level of detail where it does that. Patriot Canadian, there you go. Thanks for that, man. That's great. Swather's still running at 6 miles an hour, but I guess maybe it is. We'll be definitely having a little bit of a drive around Joe, but I did a 40-minute map tour a couple of days ago, so if you want the real detail, it's probably a better watch than on the stream. This was all about kind of looking at some of the other features in depth. So, Flax, Catchuan, Accidental Rob's coming out with all the gems tonight. This is a cracking combine, by the way. If anybody hasn't used this yet, it's well worth going and getting. It's really nice. It's not a massive, like, huge size one, but it's kind of perfect for a map like this. I mean, you could run one of the big John Deeres, one of the X9s or something like that, but there you go. Well, maybe not do too much. Maybe fill a... I'd quite like to fill a trailer load, if we can. Although that might take a bit of time, because it does appear to be quite low yielding. We are on hard settings as well, which isn't helping. Whereas a combine, it's in the mod hub, Ryan. It's been out for a while, actually. Have it with tracks as well. I always tend to go for jewels. I don't know why. It just looks beefier. You save them up all week. Looks like a perfect course. So course play doesn't play particularly friendly with this map, just because the fences are so close. So you need to adjust your margins of... If you want to use course play, you need to adjust your margins of your field when you set up your courses. Does hard setting this... No, I don't think it does, Mark. I think this is just a low-yielding crop. No, there was no LSWs for it, unfortunately. Cracking. Cracking! That's a very British phrase, that. Could the straw be left behind be baled? Yes, indeed it can, Steve. You can make flax bales and sell them. So there might be some good value in those. I'll have to try those as well. Good evening, Grant. How are you doing? Still struggling. Better than I was, though. I do like auto drive Glengar. I do. We were having some fun with it on Bally Spring on the last stream. It went well. Wow, only 33% on a headland like this as well. It's pretty big. Cloud9 corner, it will be ready when Giants approve it and put it in the mod hub. It's in testing at the moment, so your guess is as good as mine. $6 miles an hour with the pickup header feels quite slow, but I'm guessing it's having to do all the same stuff it would if it was going through a combine. You've got sent a video. Oh, is it the auto drive guy, is it? Yeah, I haven't had a look at it yet. I've already been sent it. I just haven't had a chance to install it on the map yet. But yeah, no, it could be good. Could be helpful. Right, 50%. I want to get and try some of the other crops as well, so we'll maybe not do this whole field. We'll try a few little bits and pieces. I do want to get the landol in actually and give that a test. So we might clear some of the up and down rows. Maybe we'll do this. Maybe we'll do this bottom half of the field or some of it. Just conscious of time. Don't want to do too much of the same thing. Love how natural the surrounding. I agree, Ryan. This level of, you can see it down, and I point to it where the stream is here. the amount of time that's gone into the landscaping and stuff is brilliant. Probably going to struggle to do that on a stream, Hodge, but definitely I think we'll maybe it'd be nice to see the kind of growth stage. I suppose we could easy dev in and look at the growth stages from that perspective, couldn't we? Just to see what the stages look like, because I am interested to see. They've done a lovely job on the textures, so I'm interested to see what that might look like. That's correct, Richard. You are spot on. It's designed so the crop dries out at a more even pace than maybe if it's left standing, or you've got a small window of opportunity from a weather perspective. So yes, you are absolutely spot on with that assumption. Lovely animation on the pickup as well. Very nice. Actually, it's quite a nice one to drive in cab as well, because you're not guessing where the edge of the crop is all the time. So if you like driving in cab, this is an easy crop. Reaper, how's it going? Nice to see you. That's right, it's dry before you don't have to. You could still put it in a silo to store it, but you wouldn't need to put it through a dryer, which is quite nice. Alternative. I like it though. I like the fact it's just a different alternative to combining everything. Right? You could choose to maybe roleplay it a little bit, or just it's nice to do things differently. It's like pumps and hoses for spreading manure. It's like, let's do it a little bit differently. It's good. Oh, multitasking there, nearly went horribly wrong. Pleasant View, how's it going, man? Nice to see you. Right, let's do one more headland. See if we can fill this hopper. It's don't drink and drive. It's water. Oh, my vodkas aren't that big. Scout, it is. Flax is. My best price I can get for flax is off map, selling it on the train at 945, and my wheat price is 404. So, but then again, we would have probably filled the combine twice already. Maybe not twice, but it's just a pint glass. It's Dean. I just grabbed the nearest glass I could when I filled it up. Before this map, had I heard of this? I had, Hodge, but only in passing. I didn't know about it in huge amounts of detail. So. But this is, I mean, if we go back to the map quickly, I've only done this bottom corner. Look, I mean, look at the bit that's up here. Look, I mean, that's a brilliantly big field to work your way around. Irvin, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. So Irvin's one of our very regular contributors to our Discord. And he sent a picture today of his new FarmSim Guy hoodie. Not a million miles away from this, slightly different colour, but thanks, Irvin. Appreciate it, mate. Hey, Smokey. Nice to see you. Hey, Keg's in the house too. How you doing, buddy? Seems like flaxseed isn't nearly as profitable as wheat. I thought there would be some better balance in regard to yield. Yeah, you're speaking to the wrong person. Is flaxseed in real life, does it yield like wheat? Or is it lower yielding? Valley Spring's a great map. I'm loving it. Camp Drops, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Is it a down south thing, Dave? It's not anything we used to do up Cheshire way, but again, maybe they do a bit more of it these days. Flaxseed yields more like OSR canola or linseed. Okay. Not sure about yield, but the sell price is generally 2 to 3 times. Well, that's 2 to 3 times. More than 2 times, but not 3 times. Oh, Meatball, you want to go and watch episode 5 of my series on Valley Spring? We were auto driving, course playing to our heart's content. Ah, there you go. Cold Canadians only ever Swath. That's interesting. Oh, you're a good man, Irvin. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Right, come on, 90%. I forget this is a small hopper as well. We've only got 10,000 litres and 2 headlands. We've only got 10,000 litres of 10,000 litres of crop. It's going to be interesting. We'll do it'll be an interesting test against what we do with peas and lentils then, won't it? Lentils are kind of punchy price-wise. But it would be fun if they're a high yielder. I'm determined to get a full load in. And we'll take a spin down to the train and we'll unload it into the train and see what we can get. Just for a bit of fun. This is part of the map, Kevin. We've 3 new crops. We've got a swathing. We've got a little swather that we've used already, and we've got this pickup header that's it's a separate mod, but I think they're going to release on. I expect they'll release them on the same day. It seems madness to not. So there you go. Right, I'm going to stop and reverse when we hit 100, so that we leave a gap between what we have done and what we haven't done. Oh, he's done it for us anyway. Run it back to the farm, I think. Got a trailer somewhere. Shut up, Music Man. Oh, Man City out of the cup. Did Southampton beat them? That's exciting. Right. Let's just leave that there for now. We'll get a baler in a minute as well. I've got a truck here somewhere. There it is. $10,000 litres of hardly feels worth it. Well, that will make all of the other teams sit up and take notice, won't it? Including Newcastle. Quite liking. Let's have a look at this texture close up. If I can manoeuvre the camera quickly enough before it all runs out. Texture looks good. Like that. Let's put my pipe away. I'm in the wrong vehicle. I'm trying to put my combine pipe away there with the... sitting in the truck. So, we will just, for now, park this here. We'll quickly go and grab a baler, I think. We'll give this... And I say more about that. At the moment, Eben, it's having an impact on the custom weather. So they've added a lot of snow in for winter because it's Canada. So they've put a custom weather pattern in, and apparently it's having a few issues with Relight that it affects that and doesn't snow as hard and things like that. So. I suppose, I mean, it's not, I don't think it's game breaking, but if you want a big snowy, heavy winter, you're not going to get it. Our seeding and harvest seasons can be short here. So, cold Canadian, that's a good point, because they've done a very good job with the planting calendar. So, literally, May's a busy, busy month. No, Jared, it is not. There's no tractors or anything part of the map, just the pickup header. But this, we're going to do some flax bales, which is quite good. Also going to turn on automatic drop. And I'm going to change my bale size to 150. So that is a lot of swath for bales. So again, this is... It'll be interesting to see if there's a considerable amount of... cost in the price. Let's have a look at these. I've not had a look at these before. Very nice. Yeah, this is a conversion that's been worked on, as you can tell by the horrendously bad yellow on it at the moment. That is not the right versatile colour. Although that new mod that came out today, which makes change the colour of anything, looks quite good. Flax bales, Hodge. Yes, indeed. Can't even see it in the... Wait. The pickup to kick back in. That's good to know, Kevin. Versatile Nemesis. Don't know what that is, actually. What's that? Is that their little yard tractor, is it? Ah, see, look, moving with the door open. Basics. Oh, it shows up at... Oh yeah, down here it just shows up as a normal that icon. Yeah. Oh, I forgot the pickup on this is. Have to be pretty accurate with it. Hey Args, welcome back. Yeah, look, I'm wearing the hat in solidarity. Glad you're feeling better. These are flax bales, Glengar. This is flax. This is the crop we'll cut. One of the three new crops on this map. Alright, we'll just do one lap of the field. We're not going to spend a load of time. I just wanted to... I'm trying to get through as many of the things, so we'll go and harvest some lentils and peas now and see how that works out for us. You're muted, so I can say what you like about it. Get well soon, mate. This work thing's overrated. Overrated. No, see, calm down. Don't go too soon. There we go. That's one of the other farms just up there as well, with a slightly bigger setup, bin setup. Right, one lap of the field, and then we're an hour in already. Jeez, time flies when you're having fun, right? In fact, we don't need to do any more of this. You've seen it. Flax bales are good. One thing I do want to do though is check if my clever little bale loader works. And remember, there, Nightbot has kindly reminded me, if you're thinking about setting up a multiplayer server for this map, maybe you want to try G-Portal. I have to say I was super impressed with them. When I switched from my other server provider, I did actually notice a change in the performance as well. They use load balanced servers, so if you get more players on, they'll add more RAM and performance metrics to help that on the fly, which is quite good, as opposed to just speccing out a build of a machine and then having to upgrade it with more RAM and stuff. They have this flexible system. It's very good, and you get 10% off if you use the code FarmSim guy. So is Spring Creek in America? It is, Irvin, yes. Performance, even. Yes, that's what I meant. You know me. If I can find the wrong word, I will. Thank you, Hodge. Yes, please do like the video. It all goes to helping the channel. And it's very well received. Thank you very much. If you have hit the like button... Oh, you're getting your message, not mine, alright. The assumption is I did something wrong. That's standard procedure, right? Not just in FarmSim, that's the same at home as well. Should set up my own servers. Imagine. Well, I was looking today about upgrading my internet. You can get 1 GB internet here now. So I was like, I can have some of that. That would help me. Right. Peas or lentils first? Patrick Murray, do I have a code for Season 2 Pass? I do. If you go and look in the description, Patrick, there is a link there. I think it might pop up every now and again here as well. In the chat, so keep an eye on it. Lentils. Who said lentils? Smoky Acres, you said lentils. You were first out of the... Oh no, Hodge beat you. Hodge said lentils. Lentils is the orange one, I think. Yeah. Right. That's behind us. Brittle fibre, it will release when Giants finish testing it and are happy with it. Which could be days, it could be weeks. I doubt it'll be weeks, if I'm being honest. But you never know. Okay, mind the fence. The fence there. Most game servers are virtual machines. Right. Power the old honeybee up. Who doesn't love a honeybee header? Drop it down. Right, let's check our yield. potential on this because the price of lentils is high. Now, do we get lentil straw as well? No. That's quite good though. I like that. I think it's minor stuff now, isn't it? So yeah, lentils might be quite punchy on price. They are not looking particularly good on yield, are they? 2% already. Take care, Dave. Thanks for hanging out, mate. All the best, Irvin. Thanks for dropping in. Nice to see you. Yeah, this is low yielding, isn't it? The new soybean. I think it's not even as good as soybeans, is it? We have, to be fair, we are running a narrow header. We're not using a 45-foot header or anything like that. But it has the fit. That's a very good point as well, Cranky. I bet you from a... Let's have a look, actually. Oh, we're actually getting a not a bad yield off it, though. Look, we're getting about 100%. There's more to play with, though. There's more to play with. I just love the shape of these fields, though. I really do. Does it make a difference if you adjust the header? No, Hodge. We have none of that level of detail, unfortunately. If your header is damaged, you can usually lose yield. But, right, so here's a test. We should go and swath some of this, shouldn't we? And see if you see an uplift. Should have done a test, shouldn't I? Have I tried the combine experience? Yes, I don't like it. It's unpredictable, I would say. Hey, Ribena, thank you very much. Much appreciated. James Kerr, how are you? Do you have a field getting? No, I've not done anything with lime and fert or anything like that. So, look, we've gone orange now. So, must be switching to a different soil type. I bet you the soil map is. I haven't done that. I haven't uncovered the soil maps or anything like that yet. So, but it's definitely, yeah, quite low yielding. This, isn't it? But you'd barely get a combine load out of this. Just like you under the weather. Oh, sorry to hear that, mate. That's a bugger, isn't it? It's hangs around as well. Let's get a big tank on the combine, yeah. Right, we'll do one loop. So there's your call. I think we're limited on yield with these crops. Still think they're worth doing though, because there's some value in them. And again, if you really went to town and mulched your ground and all of that stuff, you'd be in a good spot. Oh, thanks, Big Fuzzy. Appreciate that, mate. How's the channel going? I'll have to go check you out after this. We should all click on Big Fuzzy's name and go and give him a like. and a sub. Right. I'll find somewhere to unload this. 14. We'll try and fix that before the end of the stream. Right, everybody go and hit a sub on Big Fuzzy's channel. Give him some love from the FSG community. Drop that off. Don't need this just now. I'm going to pop the covers on this Kinsey cart and we'll dump stuff in there. Should be able to click on his name actually. Should take you to his channel, shouldn't it? Is that a thing? Maybe one of my admins, maybe Marky Thor, might chuck it in, or Cranky. There you go. Wiki not working. There we go. Mark's posted it. There you go. Somebody did that to me very early on when I had my channel, so, and I was incredibly grateful for it. So 2,000 litres of peas. Don't report him, Hodge. Hey, Keg. Yeah, it's always important to share a bit of the community spirit around. Right, there's the entrance there. Richard Minster, hello sir, what's your tutorial for the quick start and GPS? Got to say, well done, thank you for it. Help me. Oh, you are welcome, Richard. You are most welcome. Glad it was helpful. Years of teaching people how to use computer software may have actually been beneficial. Right. Peas. Peas, what we got? Give us some fast... now that's a yield. So peas look good. We've got nowhere to dump them now. Not easy. You'll get there though. Big Fuzzy. You'll get there. Peas pay well? No. Not compared to the other two. Let's have a look at them again. Flax. Best price is just under 1,000 and on the way down. What are our price fluctuations? 1,500. Oh, sorry, 1,115 is the best price. Peas cap out at 699 and lentils cap out at 219. But you saw the yield on lentils. Richard, it's a step up. It's an improvement. It plays very similar, if I'm being honest. Once you've got your head around some of the additions to the game, in principle it plays very, very similarly. But graphically, performance-wise, I think it's a step up. You don't get those really laggy 15 frames. Everything seems to run a lot slicker. Troy P. No, you can't pay for this map. It will be free when it comes out. No FarmSim mods should be paid for. It's against their terms of service. Now, Big Fuzzy, you've got an audience. You've got to keep happy now. You've got to have to churn out some content. Productions are there if you want to use them. Yeah, I don't find myself using them that often. They're handy sometimes. I kind of things like I like some of the added-on ones where you can make your own fertilizer and stuff, seed manufacture and things like that. But I can't see me ever making a cake, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I think one of my probably biggest frustrations with FarmSim is that there isn't a real life mode where you really have to play. I've talked before about, and I'm sure it's doable in some way, shape or form, a real life prices, like it's a live feed of prices, and it almost downloads it every morning. So that's the price of wheat for the day. If you're playing on a US map, you get US prices. If you get European map, you get European prices. British map, British prices. And that's what you pay. And maybe it's the same for everything. Cost of fuel, all that. That would make it an interesting game, wouldn't it? Troy, you would be supporting the modder, not paying for a mod. The other thing I would like to do is things like your milk goes sour. You know, like you milk your cows and you've got 20,000 litres of milk, and then you look at the sell price, and its best sell price is in October and it's March. The milk goes off after 4 days, so you've got to sell it, you know what I mean? Or 5 days. So you've got to get rid of it. So you sell it at the price it's available at and things like that, and if you get lucky, you get lucky, and if you don't, you don't. I think things like that could be quite good fun to do. Yeah, that's good, Strody, yeah. So, if somebody with way more time than me is going to have to go through these 3 crops and do a test and work out which is the most profitable, because peas, whilst they don't give you a lot in return, I reckon you're going to get a way bigger lump of crop from peas than you are from lentils. You can almost do the same field 3 times using easy dev and test the results, aren't you? Fast farmer, nice. Nice, I'll have to go check that out. Hannah's a fun map. A few little glitches in it, but it kind of doesn't detract from the playability of it. Oh, Richard, are there mods in FS22? Whew. I think there's the same amount of mods already as there was for FS19 or something ridiculous like that. Like over 3,500 mods already in the just in the mod hub alone, let alone the PC specific mods. Right, I'm going to leave that there for now, because what I'm going to do is the lentil field here. We want to try this landel that mulches the ground as well. So what I'm going to do actually is flatten this field. It has got lentils in it, and they have been harvested. Confirm and close. So that's what it would look like if we'd had our lentils off the ground, and we'll go and test. I think it's similar in the UK, Cold Canadian. I think, yeah, but we have similar rules here. Our milk was collected every day on our farm. Let's grab... so this is new, this is coming out too. This BCBuhler's versatile. Some nice little touches on this as well. So this landol that he's been working on as well is is also, it's a cultivator and a mulcher at the same time. So again, saving you a bit of time from running over your field twice if you wanted to get that extra 2% from mulching. It'll give you that. It's a nice body roll on this versatile as well, with the joint in the middle. So let's give this a wee whirl. So this will give us a little yield uplift as well come the new season. But look at that. The fact it gives you one texture and then the second texture is genius. And I'm amazed that nobody's done this already yet, if I'm being honest. But hats off, Mr. Buhler, thinking outside the box. Well, I suppose not even thinking outside the box. This is a thing in real life, right? You can get things that do this. Is that an 9RX? Blasphemy. Missing so much of the field, having all these turns you have to do. And that kind of answers our... Well, it doesn't really answer our multi-terrain angle question, because this texture doesn't give you multi-terrain angle, but has been done already, but it doesn't display two textures right. Kevin, clue is in the name of the vid, mate. You did the two textures, did you, Mark? Sorry, mate. You're clever too, then. And use it without the mulcher? No, there wasn't. When I bought this, I don't think there was a setting to choose. I got some Jack. It will release when it releases. When Giants approve it. I can't give you a date because nobody knows. This is nice. A nice model, though. Nicely finished model. Oh, I'm gonna hit the... Ah, I've hit the fence. See, this is what happens when you go and lose your focus. Look at it's mulched the grass though, look at that. So you know it's working when it gets rid of the grass. Oh, that's your case one, wasn't it, Mark, that we tried on... Oh, making an absolute dog's dinner of this now. We tried on Middleburg, wasn't it? Oscar, is that the new Landor cultivator? It is, my friend, yes. Mulch first, cultivate later. As that famous phrase says. Why can't I use my crystal ball and... Yeah, something works. It's not working tonight. Will I return to Middlesburg? Maybe. I've actually got a plan, Mark, for it. It's not dead in the water yet. Yeah, Sean, it's not bad, this. It's not bad. Not released yet, Sean. It's coming. It's actually in testing at the moment. I expect this may come out on the same day as the mod, as the map and the pickup header as well. They're trying to do them as a bit of a set. Evening, Wayland. How are you doing? Not going to get around Valley Spring. Yeah, come on. Squeeze round there. This is working well though, I like it. It's funny. I hadn't hit anything all night, Joe. I was doing well. Maybe it was you rocking up that made me crash. I blame you, I'll send you the bill. Kerry, how you doing? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. There's no way of telling you've got your extra yield percentage yet, though, is there? You'd have to plant and all of that jazz to get. I don't think I've got extra field info though, haven't I? How's it got? See, it's telling me it needs ploughing as well, which is not ideal. Which means that we'll probably have to. Let's just check, shall we? Yeah, all 3 fields need. Has it been mulched? There you go, though. That's good. It's working. We know it's working. But it needs ploughing too. Yeah, I think now it's a thing, Sean. I wouldn't be surprised if people, if other people add it to different maps as well. So, you're right. Kind of once the idea's out there, I think it's nice to see it integrated in other maps. Actually starts to make these fields feel a bit smaller when you've got some big equipment on them, actually. I think helpers would be a challenge. Courseplay is even a little bit of a challenge with them, but you could use it, I think. Empty clues in the name of the stream, mate. That should tell you whether or not it's out or not. Oh, come on. It will be a nice multiplayer map. It will, and there's lots of start farms as well. There's loads of farms, which is great. So, start squaring off some of these edges, actually. That's interesting. When you drive over something that's already been cultivated, it's clever enough to recognise that the texture doesn't need to change. That's good. Like that. Don't do that, Smokey. Why would you take out the trees? And the whole point of this map is you don't play it as big square fields. If you want to play big square fields, you might as well go and play Welkers or something like that. The joy of working your way around the windy fields is what this is all about. But equally, play it how you want it as well. Who am I to tell you how to play? I have tried Wild West, yes, tried it way back when. Right. There we go. Right, I'm going to do a test. I've just thought. Oh, you got to keep it real, haven't you, Zeke? Got to keep it real. Should turn the engine off. Price of fuel these days. I can't just leave the... Let's go and... Farmer 2021. What mods are you looking forward to? Do you know what? I had this conversation the other day, and it was actually prompted by this map. I am looking forward to mods that are quality. I'm looking forward to quality mobs. I would take one map like this over 10 that are rushed out and just put out there. Give me less, but give me more quality. That would be my request. Right, I am going to fill this in a cheaty way with easy dev, but what we're going to do is we're going to do a test down at the train. We're going to sell a truckload of each and just see what you would get. Now I've got to get my bearings and remember where the train is. Okay. I can do that. I can manage that one, I think. And it means we go for a little bit of a drive around the map as well. How do you know when you've been playing too many American maps on FarmSim? You pull out of your drive at home and have to think twice about which side of the road you're driving. Yeah, Bogo as well. Bogo. Cow map on this farm is good. The cow farm on this map is good. The cow map on this farm is good. Have I made a doozy? Yep. I'm a genius. Oh, well, I'm not really. I can call the train. That was fully intentional. I'm going to call the train before I go to the depot with it. Right, what we've got in here, so 38,000. We'll rent the train. A mod snob. Not a mod snob, Joe. You just have high standards. Oh my god, that was close. Don't read chat when you're crossing level crossings. It's not good for you. Rent a train. Yes. Train is gonna... Oh, he's gone off the map again. He's long gone. Right, let's dump this into the silo then, shall we? At least you look, Zeke. There's a lot of people over here who don't even bother looking. Annoyingly, the silage pit on which one, Strody? The one on the top farm works. I've been using it a lot. Oh, it's a busy road, this. Should have come the other direction. Be here all night. Traffic crossing simulator. Now, let me work out which one I need to load into. I think it's this one. But I'm just going to double check that the pipe on the other side. Yes. Okay, we can tip in here. Good. Nice that they're all compatible as well with the new crops. Oh, it sold it. Why did it sell it? Wheel and pedals, definitely, Richard. Totally game changer. Way more control. Don't get me wrong, when I'm out of a cab I use keyboard and mouse, but when I'm walking about with my character, but if I'm driving. Right, let me see if we can tip on the other side. The only thing that will make them all is graffiti them all. The Canadian boys are out in force tonight. Is this the tip point then? Is this a storage point? Did I get that wrong? There you go. If you want to sell it. Got the other one, in fact I'll just refill it for purposes of the test. Well, there you go. Don't dump it on the other side unless you want to sell it straight away. There you go, the Alberta boys are in. The Alberta boys? The Alberta boys. Right, let's go. Where's the train? Now. Sit and wait for me. Enter vehicle, right. We're going to have to do 3 trips, I think. Somebody's going to have to remember the numbers when we do this. So all 3 highest prices are on off the map in Saskatoon. What we'll do is we'll sell each one and just see what sort of price we get for the same amount each time. I don't know why I'm bothering doing this. I just want to play with the train, to be honest. But what we'll do, in fact, do you know what we'll do? It was a stupid idea. Now we're here, why don't I just fill up one of these? Right, let's fill up one of these, shall we? There we go. That's why, because it won't let me. Fine, okay. Open the thingy-me-bobby. Flax. 38,000 litres of flax going in. Nitro Frog, it's going to be great. It is going to be great. Only problem is I think I might get... Will I not get 3... Oh, I might get 3 prices. Or does it just roll it into one lump sum? That's what I'm concerned about, it rolling it into one lump sum. Or would you get 3... Ching, 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 you've got this much for flax, you've got this much for lentils, and you've got this much for peas. I'll certainly fill it up again. Yeah, is it one lump sum? Yeah. Right. Well, we'll leave that ready. We'll send it. I'll send it and then we'll see what it does when it comes back. Much going on inside, isn't there? Oh, you could be annoying and just park it across the road for a while. Let's see what happens. Let's see if it'll come up with peas or just the value of the sale. Now, I don't know how long you have to wait for it to come back. It's still our train until we get rid of it, isn't it? Or do we have to rehire it? We'll return to the other side of the map. Do you want to train to sell your loaded goods? Yes, I do. Yeah, it would just say harvest income. It would roll them all up into one as harvest income. Rehire. Valley of the Peas. You do have to rehire it. Fine. Right. Who remembered what that number was? Because I didn't. Hang on. I might be able to tell myself through here. Harvest income. 52,345. Somebody remember that? I have to write it down. Notes on my phone. Like the terrible version of Snakes on a Plane. Notes on a phone. Right, there we go. So, what was that? That was, what did I just sell? Flax. Flax. 52,345. Peas. It still doesn't really help us because it doesn't tell you how much you're getting off the There he is, back again. You're not allowed to get in until it stops. I sold some. I didn't sell any, did I? Oh, I did. Yeah. Who saw it come? It's 36,756. Thank you, guys. $36,756. Oh, brakes. Brakes. Start filling. I can't because I haven't done anything. Right, I suppose I can put both my crops in this time though, so we'll do peas and lentils. Right, here we go. Peas. Peas, release me, let me go. One. Two. As soon as that's done, we will dump the lentils as well, and then we don't have to worry about this again. So we will do... Can you hear the dog behind me? Dreaming. Oh, you can just see a head. Bill, back, you. Right. No, I'm a clown. Literally got a button there. There we go. And we can dump that as well. You can indeed ride the railway. Yes, as you can in the base game maps. But it's been implemented very nicely. Am I in the wrong place? Yep. Interestingly, they don't. I don't know if that's that's probably the truck rather than the. You're not seeing it come out at the bottom. Right. Right, here we go. Test number 2. Flax. Peas. Peas are going to be cheap, aren't they? Well, not cheap. They're going to be cheaper. We need to be able to dump both at the same time. Oh, front and rear hoppers, you mean? Right, there's our peas. No, Jared, it's not for full release yet. I don't think they've got permission from the original modder to release it yet. So it's very much a work in progress, as you can see by the colour of it, which isn't quite right. Right, here we go. Test number 2. Mr. Dazed, how are you, sir? How's things? Look at the detail on it. Look at that landscaping work. That's phenomenal, right? That is tremendous. Right, here we go. Peas. Yes, I want to sell my peas. 19,310. Oof, that is severely lower, isn't it? I believe the Versatile will be for all platforms. Versatile have got are licensed. Rent Train, yes. Versatile are a licensed brand, so yes, they should come out. I'm doing well, Dazed, actually, thank you, mate. Yeah, I'm doing really good. I've been full of the cold for, cracky, over a month, but that is probably a bang average price. I think we're right in the middle of the window of oh, we're not really. We are... Where are we in? We're in August. So we're somewhere in the range of... The lentils are selling 1,400. So we're about 2/3 up the scale. What's peas? And it's... Peas is 498. So they're roughly about 2/3 of the scale up. Flax, just to check Flax. 948 of potential 1. So yeah, I think they're all roughly about 2/3 of their maximum price, which is good. So we've just got to... But like I said, it's a bit of a false... It's a bit of a false one, because you might only get one load of... lentils off a field, where you might get 3 or 4 truckloads. So it does need stock check mark. Excellent mod. So really, the real test is how much can you get off a field, as much as how much can you sell it for. But it's a starter for 10 in terms of giving you a gauge for what a truckload might cost. Stop! Almost nailed it. Plus, I haven't used a train for a long time. Only there's a mod that show you current price, max price, and how much you had on hand. I don't know. Sounds like witchcraft to me. I reckon more time after that as well, Dazed, because they wouldn't want to release the last DLC and then only have a few weeks until the new game, right? So probably 18 months, do we reckon? Right, here we go. Lentils, this should be the punchy one. 55. So there you go. So there you go, lentils sell for, rough maths, nearly 3 times what... So you're going to have triple the yield off peas, give or take, to be able to make the money. I wonder, and that's the challenge now, right? There you go. Interesting stuff. Right, 5 minutes left. First one to shout. What are people? Anything that people want to see before we go? What is there that anybody would like to just have a nosy at before we head off? Cow farm. Where is the cow farm? I'm going to remind myself. Wait. It is. It is. Come on, FSG, it's this one. It is this one, I think. I think the cow shed is there. Oh! What a guess! I will ban you, Strody. Need to buy the land, of course, to allow me access. That one. Inside of the shed. Pasture's lovely. Right. I'm gonna have to, let's have a go at this without my No, I'm gonna have to put my interactive markers on to find it. I don't like playing with them, but also it's a pain in the butt. We don't know where they are. So, water, food. Will probably be outside. Oh, what's that? Silage, maybe? Where's the animal stop? There it is. Oh, of course, there's a little run. That makes sense, doesn't it? Milky cows. Let's put a few of them in. Don't know how many this this holds, actually. Let's see. Actually, it probably would tell me if I just walked up to it, but... Buy. 120. It told me in the top corner, actually. Duh. It's late. I'm tired. Also, look at the screen, you clown. FSG. Let's do a little bit of a flight mode so we can zip up. Is he fitted more? Is there more cows there visually than there should be? They up that as well. That'd be impressive if they'd done that. Any news on that UK foot? Ooh, Dazed! You need to jump into our Discord, mate. We've got a little test. We've got a little test team running on it, which you should have access to. I think it's nearly there. A lot of work gone into it in the last few weeks. There's the pasture. Looking good, though. Looking good. But there we go. We're going to have a whole heap of fun on this. I'm telling you now, it's brilliant. It's brilliantly, brilliantly well done. I'm impressed. They have a gate in the fence. They have a gate in the fence. It is all looking very, very good. Granny, walk away for the cows, lambs, chicks and ducklings. Yes. Yes. You go to Bally Springs map, Granny. They have all the animals in. I 120 cows, but it doesn't show you 120 cows because the game engine would start creaking at the seams. So gives you a suggested number. Daisy cows. That's brilliant. When's the next season of Survival Wyoming? I am undecided if there will be a third season yet. I've left it open. I have left it open for a while. We'll see. We'll see. It takes an inordinate amount of time, and I found it was detracting from other content on the site. So But there we go, folks. I hope you enjoyed that. Nice to see some of those other crops and stuff a little bit more detailed. And I have to say, the guys have done a killer job, haven't they? I'm wearing an Argsy hat. Yes, indeed. So, there we go. There's the train still doing his thing. Getting on with it. Animal dealer here. Shop over there. So, yes. Look forward to this one. Keep your fingers crossed. I'd like to think all things go to plan. This will be out next week. So, on that note, please, if you haven't already, hit a like on the way out. That would be very much appreciated. If you're not subscribed, I would be delighted if you would sub as well. And we'll creep our way to 60,000 subs, which is not far off now. So, thank you all very much. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Always nice to hang out with you. And, yeah, we'll catch up again very soon. Take care. Bye for now.